Any member of this family that enters the professional wrestling business knows about the expectations that are gonna be on their back. They know about the prestige that their very name carries. They know that those who came before them have accomplished so much. Bearing the weight of those legacies can prove to be way too much for almost anyone. But that was never the case for Jimmy and Jey Uso. Jimmy and Jey Uso looked to be stars from the very start, constantly evolving their look, style, and offense as they progressed in their careers. Face paint and war dances would fade away, and the two would embrace the day one-ish mentality, looking to punish opponents and send them to the Uso penitentiary. The Usos are 8-time WWE Tag Team Champions. The Usos have main evented WrestleMania after initially fighting for a mere spot on the card. The Usos were the premier team of the 2010s. The Usos are the greatest team of all time. Jimmy and Jey are poetry in motion, each knowing what the other is looking to do next, each using every bit of savvy they gained growing up in professional wrestling to keep their edge. And sure, in recent years, it's been difficult between the two. Jimmy did cost Jey his match at SummerSlam against your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. After months of the anger building between the two, Jimmy and Jey ended up as the first two entrants in the 2024 Royal Rumble match, bringing things to a head. But even that moment wasn't enough to settle the issue, and so they would fight again at WrestleMania 40. Jey Uso truly became main event and found his inner yeet, even adding another tag team championship with Cody Rhodes as his partner. As your wise man eventually would suffer as well, Jimmy found himself betrayed by Solo Sikoa and unceremoniously dumped out of Solo's version of the Bloodline. When Jimmy and Jey are a tag team, they are pure art. They are the reason for the resurgence of tag team wrestling's popularity over the last 15 years. And perhaps, oh, perhaps, their grandest moment came during the 2017 Hell in a Cell, when they would lock horns with perhaps their greatest opposition ever, The New Day. From July to October of that year, the SmackDown Tag Team titles would change hands 4 times between the two teams, both looking for ultimate bragging rights. The Usos' connection as twins always gave them an upper hand with most teams. But the New Day had their own trick, utilizing the Freebird rule to allow any 2 of the 3 members to compete in any match. Jimmy and Jey could never know for sure who the opponents would be, with a different game plan needed for each iteration. With nothing clearly settled after 4 months, the New Day would offer to defend inside Hell in a Cell, and the Usos gladly accepted. We've seen the Usos showcase tag team wrestling at its most beautiful. Now we want you to showcase the brutality that exists within Hell in a Cell. Big E and Xavier Woods are going to use everything at their disposal to take you down. But you've been down since day 1. Now it's time to force the New Day to realize there's nothing wrong with them being in second place, and there's nothing that's stopping you inside Hell in a Cell.
Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your world-famous four-time champs and feel the power!
Are you prepared to kick off Hell in a Cell with the four-time tag team champions?
The following contest is a tag team Hell in a Cell match and is for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship and accompanied by Kofi Kingston at a combined weight of 490 pounds. The SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Xavier Woods and Big E, the New Day.
Well, I can't say that I'm ever prepared for a man swiveling his hips and playing the trombone on the way to the biggest fight of his life.
This is our first Hell in a Cell match of the night. The New Day actually requested this match to defend their tag titles.
Who would have thought 4 months ago when this rivalry began that it would end once and for all inside Hell in a Cell?
New Day about to make it evident that the time for fun and games is over. This is the first time that tag titles will ever be defended inside Hell in a Cell.
And at a combined weight of 493 pounds, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
Tonight in Detroit, the Usos welcoming New Day into the penitentiary. This is going to be like a Chow Hall beatdown.
In every sport, you hear about super teams. Well, tonight, we're seeing two super teams of the modern era. This is going to be special.
Tornado tag rules here, gentlemen. 2-on-2 as Kofi is going to be locked outside the structure.
Pinfall or submission needs to happen in the ring, but we all know this fight's going to go everywhere before that happens. Matchups like these are why I love tag team wrestling.
Remember, this match is under Tornado tag team rules. A 2-on-2 match where the pinfall submission has to happen inside the ring. In the Hell in a Cell, no tags, no countouts, no disqualification.
The Usos and the New Day came into this match expecting and prepared to raise the bar, raise the level of competition, and make history. This is going to be unforgettable.
New Day referred to this as their power lineup when having Big E involved in there with Xavier Woods.
Big E, the obvious powerhouse of the group, Woods has that blend of speed and power, making him the most well-rounded superstar for New Day. What's interesting, though, is this is the lineup that lost to the Usos at SummerSlam. The New Day not choosing Big E and Kofi to beat the Usos a few weeks ago could prove to be costly. This cell is meant to contain all these superstars, but that's not to say this cell can't inflict unimaginable damage on those who step inside. We're going to see these teams tap into their barbaric nature. 20 years of Hell in a Cell, and this structure still surprises me with the ways it can torture every part of your anatomy.
The challenger really taking it on the chin here.
I think Woods may have cracked a smile when he connected with that attack.
The Usos and the New Day have had such a back-and-forth competition within the tag team division. You can just look at these teams' title reigns, their dominance.
It tells you these are the two best teams the WWE has had in a long time. And while I do believe there's an underlying mutual respect, we won't be seeing it tonight because these are two very proud teams who feel incomplete without the championships around their waist.
This is just turning into a savage display
to send the New Day to the hospital.
Well, two teams so familiar with each other, some innovation with weapons almost becomes a necessity. Oof!
A few weeks ago, we saw the New Day walk out of SmackDown as champs in a street fight. That's the Usos handpicked, but this environment is totally different.
There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I think the New Day played right into the Usos' hand when they selected this match. Jimmy and Jay have a street mentality. They're perfectly equipped to turn Hell in a Cell into the Uso penitentiary.
Xavier Woods falling victim to an onrush now.
And the Usos now showing how well they know the New Day.
Familiarity breeds contempt, and the Usos are showing their unfiltered disdain.
Oh, what a kick.
Not done yet.
Gonna take a trip.
The challenger is getting torn into.
The effects of the cell come for everyone. You can only stay safe for so long.
All the talking we've heard leading into this match, we've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote, three clowns on a tricycle.
Look, the Usos love to trash talk, but they deliver. And don't act like the New Day don't throw verbal jabs either. We had Big E earlier saying how he's going to drop some gloom and doom of biblical proportions. A prophecy Big E is fully capable of backing, too.
The champ is looking hopeless here.
I think we can consider this the beginning.
Big E! The New Day might be on the verge of retaining.
Saving his team from defeat.
Oh, that'll leave a mark.
Oh, he slipped out of harm's way.
So many amazing matches between these two teams. They set up this last week on SmackDown. No matter where we are, we put on a show.
The Usos and New Day have a unified goal to raise the bar of tag team competition, to bring the division to a whole nother level.
You know, in basketball, we talk about super teams. Well, these two teams are the proverbial super teams in WWE.
Oh! Back into the ring now.
Trying this.
Inside cradle applied, shoulders down.
A defiant kick out after one.
Right now, I just don't know what it's going to take.
Oh, man. Just like that, Big E finds a counter.
Trading counters and reversals back and forth.
The Usos following the footsteps of many great family tag teams, the Steiner Brothers, the Head Shrinkers, who, of course, Jay and Jimmy's own father was a member of.
Would be a very proud moment for the Anawahi family if the Usos can capture their 5th tag team championship here.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree for Jay and Jimmy. Just a factory of elite specimens come from the Anawahi blood.
Now positioned out of the top rope. Boom, nice.
Going to be agonizing for the arm.
Ascending the ropes.
Nicely done.
From the top. Off the mark with that one.
Gets clobbered with the axe handle.
avoids a counter for Jay. The champ getting closer and closer to being put away.
And his body has to be in extreme amounts of pain right now. Boom! So focused on just pummeling the leg there.
Going after the legs.
What a counter! Broken up with a fist to the face.
Man, what an uppercut. Counters right into the swift chop block. Got the leg and
Dropping the elbow.
Guys, I think he just got busted open.
Oof, yeah, that does not look good.
Can he continue like this?
Testing the limits of that leg here.
Oh, man, did you see the height? Oh, man.
He connects with a counter.
Boom.
In the hard way.
Catches an uppercut.
Uso. Jimmy Uso splash. Will that be enough to win the titles?
Xavier Woods with a...
Man, face first, wheelbarrow, face buster.
Top rope. Uso splash. Innovative offense from the Usos could end it all right here.
Cover. And the Usos are 5-time tag team champions.
Here are your winners, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
Hell in a Cell just became the Uso Penitentiary.
It was barbaric. It was volatile.
It lived up to the hype is what it did. The two greatest tag teams in the entire industry, raising the bar of competition inside the demonic structure.
Next on our showcase is someone who wasn't born into this family, but has put in the time and more than earned her spot. She's always happy to leave haters in the rear view, and when she enters the room, you will undoubtedly feel the glow. Of course, I'm talking about Naomi, who many of you may know has reigned as Jimmy Uso's wife and queen for over 10 years. There's the old saying that behind every good man is an even better woman, and this could not ring more true than Naomi, who I will say is an absolute treasure. Jimmy will frequently speak during old bloodline planning sessions about how much her support and love drove him to improve as a superstar, always stressing her importance not only to the WWE Women's Division, but to his career and his life as well. In the ring, there is no denying Naomi's skills. The former women's tag team and two-time SmackDown Women's Champion has the mental tenacity to push through the toughest part of any match and possesses breathtaking physical skills. Naomi uses her dancing background to constantly innovate with her offense, resulting in some of the most beautiful moves you will ever see, unless you're on the receiving end of them. Naomi is an inspiration to so many of our younger members of the WWE Universe, showing a new generation that anything is possible if you just put in the work and never stop believing in yourself. Naomi has battled against the very best in the women's division, taking on foes like Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Shayna Baszler, and Io Sky.
My favorite moment of Naomi was when she won the title in her hometown, Orlando, at WrestleMania.
To compete against that caliber and maintain the level of success that Naomi has for her entire WWE career is something worth, shall I dare say, acknowledging. Naomi has even teamed with fellow family member Tamina through the years, proving the family you choose can often be the most important. And in true Uso fashion, Naomi shows an unrelenting desire to win, to achieve greatness, and to dominate her opposition. Many mistake her smile as a sign of kindness, but they quickly realize their mistake as Naomi unleashes a flurry of kicks, flies at them with moonsaults from all angles, and then ties them up in knots. Naomi is having fun, but Naomi is never playing. And now, we take you back to the 2020 edition of Super Showdown, which saw Naomi challenge Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Unfortunately, a ridiculously lax referee decided it was just fine for Bayley to basically do whatever the hell she wanted.
Bayley's, oh my gosh, she's trapping Naomi's legs in her shirt.
And Naomi wound up suffering an embarrassing loss after Bayley used wardrobe to her advantage. Well, Bayley, we can pretty much guarantee that trick won't work again. This is your chance to help guide Naomi to a third SmackDown Women's Championship, and to do it by defeating one of the greatest competitors WWE has ever seen. Your wise man has nothing but respect and admiration for Bayley's abilities, but those abilities are eclipsed by Naomi's extraordinary trinity: smarts, strength, and aerial attacks that should give all of you everything you need to get the win and the title.
Gentlemen, it's glow time!
I got an idea, Saxton. Why don't you glow home?
No, I cannot, Corey.
When asked earlier this week about this matchup, Naomi said it is an honor to be here, an honor to make history, because for the first time ever, a women's championship will be defended in Saudi Arabia.
Naomi certainly has momentum on her side, and as we've seen in recent weeks, it appears as though Bayley has at least a healthy respect for Naomi.
Well, so much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. You think back to Naomi being the winner of the inaugural WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, being the first African-American SmackDown Women's Champion, and tonight, once again, an opportunity to make history in her career.
And gentlemen, when Bayley was asked about this history-making match tonight, she said, of course I'm part of this, because history is made by winners. And I'm going to become a role model for everyone here tonight in Saudi Arabia, and for everyone around the entire world.
I asked Bayley her thoughts on this match, and she said, new country, same sheep. Bayley is nothing if not confident headed into this match.
Oh, and everything you just said is indicative of the new attitude, the new personality of Bayley.
Bayley has been SmackDown Women's Champion for a record-setting 279 days. She's won every title available in WWE. The NXT Women's Championship, the Raw Women's Championship, the two-time SmackDown Women's Champion, a Tag Team Champion, a Money in the Bank winner. Bayley's accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beat Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi and a huge pressure on the champion.
What an exciting moment for both of these competitors tonight, but once the bell rings, it's down to business. The SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger from Orlando, Florida, Naomi. And her opponent from San Jose, California, she is the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley!
For the first time ever, we have a Women's Championship match here in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia. Bayley against Naomi. Will Bayley's record-setting reign end here tonight? Guys, a very important component of this match. Bayley has won every title available in WWE. Bayley has accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her...
For the victory!
The challenger kicks out after one.
Maybe she knew that wasn't going to put her away, but it definitely kept her down for a beat.
Oh, a stop to the belly welly.
Bayley having every reason to be confident heading into this matchup. But 279 days as champion, Corey, can take a toll on you. Bayley has been carrying an exhausting weight on her shoulder for a long time.
I don't think it's anything Bayley can't handle, Cole. Once you reach the mountaintop, you plant your feet and you hold your ground, no matter how heavy the burden may get.
Just attacking the legs.
A focused attack on the champion's leg, and that might have some lingering effects.
Chopping down the tree right at the trunk. Clearly had a strategy going on there with the attention on the leg.
Might have just taken one step closer to the title with that powerbomb.
Atomic drop. Oof.
And Naomi has been quick to take to social media lately, reminding everybody that Bayley has never beaten her one-on-one.
Yeah, not so subtle reminder to Bayley, who has been very insulting, very humiliating to a lot of people in WWE.
And that attitude is why Naomi wants to dethrone Bayley, take the SmackDown Women's Championship away from her, and maybe humble Bayley a little bit. A factor to consider in this match is that Naomi took some time off to rejuvenate herself, to get her mind right, to refocus on her desire to once again be champion here in WWE.
Oh, diving leg drop.
And Bayley is really being knocked around here.
And Naomi continues to somehow have Bayley's number here.
Placing her in the corner.
Nowhere to go. Rapid fire kicks.
Trapped in the corner with repeated kicks.
We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic maneuvers, while Bayley wants to be more methodical and fight a more classic wrestling style.
Oh, look at head scissors.
Can you still feel the glow when the lights are out?
And Bayley connected nicely Wards that off. What a response. And scissors takedown.
Very nice.
And she's making her way to the top rope here.
Taking flight. Look out below.
Completely throwing self-preservation out the window.
I don't know how your mind would even think about doing that.
Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring.
Oh. Naomi has tested her mettle in recent weeks, as the road to this championship opportunity was a difficult one. Needed to defeat former SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. We know Naomi has a heavy desire to become a 3-time Women's Champion.
Other superstars say they want the title. Naomi has said she needs her title back.
Gets driven into the corner.
Uh-oh.
And a suplex. Pin to decide the championship. Shoulder up before the count started.
Where in the world does one find such strength at this stage to kick out that early in the count? And just look at the damage to Bayley's face after that shot. Naomi feeding off the WWE Universe, inching closer to recapturing the championship.
Bang! Bayley's being caught up. Naomi! Feel the glow! There it is.
It's locked. And she breaks her own submission hold. We don't see that often.
That can either psych out her opponent or come back to bite her.
Forearm smash!
Oh, man, drop kick.
Naomi had it turned around. And Naomi keeping Bayley on her toes, pushing the pace on the champion.
Naomi moving fast, showing that superior athleticism. Bayley might not be able to keep up here.
I don't think I've ever seen a champion feel as disrespected as Bayley has, Corey, because Bayley's talked a lot about how people think she's an afterthought as a champion. Everybody talks about Becky Lynch on Raw. They're now talking about Rhea Ripley in NXT. But Bayley has been the longest reigning champ in SmackDown history.
And you read off all the accolades, all the championships she has held. And for some reason, Bayley still finds herself overlooked.
Dominating cross-body.
Catapulting down on the opponent. And Naomi has taken the upper hand.
Naomi picking up the pace against Bayley and keeping her all out of sorts.
She gets taken into the corner, needs to get out.
Kicks. Got him seeing shadows.
Sliced bread.
Oh, countered into a power slam.
Bang!
Naomi showing her instinct. Oh, man.
What a shot. Wicked shot. And they're going shot for shot, blow for blow. Neither competitor is backing down. The fight is versus Naomi. SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. And tonight, she has the opportunity to make even more history.
And Naomi's got plenty of momentum coming into this match and is feeling mighty confident herself.
We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic maneuvers, while Bayley wants to be more methodical and fight a more classic wrestling style.
Oh, look at a torture their opponent. Oh, this isn't going to be good. Oh, man. Had it scouted. Now can capitalize. Gosh. Quicker than Naomi there. Arm wringer. Able to fight out with a punch to the face.
The challenger's fully aware of what it takes to become a champion. Naomi has to use her superior athleticism. A lot of tension being used.
Bayley having every reason to be confident heading into this matchup. But 279 days as champion, Corey, can take a toll on you. Bayley has been carrying an exhausting weight on her shoulder for a long time.
I don't think it's anything Bayley can't handle. Oh, bad landing.
That's not what she had planned.
Double axe handle connects.
Right to the gut.
Karana spiked them.
Bayley showing no answer for the attack.
Naomi picking up, taking flight.
Body splash. No holding back. That's the kind of risk you need to take to earn the title.
Ooh.
And Naomi has been quick to take the social...
Whoa, look out.
That was just incredible hang time.
Was willing to take the high risk to the outside, and it paid off big time.
On a flying forearm smash. Bayley combats out of that.
Finds some payback with their own reversal.
Momentum is really on Naomi's side.
And Naomi continues to somehow have Bayley's number here.
Into the barricade.
If she's not careful, that's it. She'll be counted out.
Making a timely return to the ring. Naomi has tested her mettle in recent weeks, as the road to this championship opportunity was a difficult one. Needed to defeat former SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. We know Naomi has a heavy desire to become a 3-time Women's Champion.
Other superstars say they want the title. Naomi has said she needs her title back.
Bayley struggling to defend herself.
Naomi can't be stopped right now.
Bayley managing to find some of that needed breathing room.
That could be the table turner Bayley desperately needed.
And does not get it.
Clubbing blow.
Bayley's got her hooked. Oh, nice suplex.
She countered that into her own offense.
Goes into the corner.
What are we going to see here? Ew.
Oh, heel kick.
Forearm gonna cut off the win. Guillotine applied.
This is the worst spot she can be.
Dangerous situation. Needs to find a way out fast. And she does. Great move. Power shot. Face plant.
Bayley putting it all on the line. Bayley from up high.
Elbow drop.
The champion into the pin. She breaks the ref's count.
You expect these pins to last much longer at this stage in the match.
And evades the attack.
Up through the air. And connects. Trying to do as much damage as humanly possible.
But at what cost? Taking flight.
Good Lord. Taking flight.
They got all of that. just taking flight and soaring through the sky. And now Naomi is thriving off the audience.
Enough of this. She needs to refocus on the task at hand now.
Spinning heel kick.
In the corner now. She doesn't want to stay there.
Shoulder tackle after shoulder tackle.
Oh, man.
Oh, targeting the stomach. Boom.
Naomi climbs the ropes to a split-legged moonsault.
We might see a new champion crowned.
Goes for the pin. No, we did it. We have a new champion.
Here is your winner, and the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Naomi.
Bayley's stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship has ended. The Glow era has begun.
Bayley was as aggressive in this match as she's ever been, but Naomi's